Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a weekend forecast for August 1st through August 3rd. Can't believe we're in August already. This is a collective love reading for all signs and any sign that you may be thinking of. I do have some charms and some initials for you today. We want to see what kind of love is coming towards you. You could use this to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that has come into your life recently. So let's call in our spirit guides. If you're new to my channel, this is a fully channeled message, and I'm so grateful that you've been guided here. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to all of my subscribers and everybody who follows me. I'm always so grateful. Heading into the weekend, so let's see what Spirit has. Remember to hit that like button. Not only for myself, but any of the readers out there. It really does help our channels to grow. So hit that like button, smash that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you. Spirit, please share with me loving messages heading into the weekend. What is it that you want us to know? What is it that you have for us at this time? I am listening for you now. I have faith. Absolutely. We don't ever want to give up. We don't ever want to give up that we all deserve to be happy. We all deserve to be loved and to love someone and to be happy in this life. I have hollow or shallow. Okay. Somebody not stepping to the plate. I have the one. Okay. A little bit of I need somebody that's more than, I just feel like this person's not available. Like there's just not enough there, you know. Maybe you've met somebody and they're a perfectly nice person. Maybe they'd be great for somebody else, but it's a feeling of they're just not for you. And that's okay too. You know, it's just, I want the right one. And I don't blame you. You're not going to settle. I'm single. I'm going out for a drink. I feel like it's a little bit old fashioned, but it felt like, can I buy you a drink? You know, just this feeling of let's go out for drinks. Let's have a cocktail and some appetizers and talk and get to know you. And sounds pretty simple date. Can I have a few more of these, Spirit? I have a proposal. Is this the one? Is this the person that I'm going to end up with? All it takes is one. You know, at some point we do meet the person we're supposed to be with. So don't give up on that. I have fertility for those of you that would love to meet the person. Not only are you supposed to be with, but you're supposed to create a life with. You're supposed to have a home, a family, settle down, grow old with. And I have playing games, a little bit of a tic-tac-toe here. It's your turn. Somebody playing games. Can I have another card in addition to that playing game, Spirit? I have lucky and love. So somebody is either playing games in the beginning or ready to roll the dice. You know, it's this feeling of, are they playing games or are they afraid of a risk? I think everybody does that. Taking a risk on love, you know, but there could be somebody that's trying to delay. I know that sounds crazy, but delay a start. I want to go out for drinks. I want to, you know, check this out. I want to see what my feelings are. And then maybe you don't get a good sense of what they're looking for. Maybe you're not going to get a good sense of what they are actually looking to start or not start. But right now, let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, tell me more about this taking a risk on love or even this playing games. I want to know that. I have the Moon. I have a Fool. I have an Ace of Cups. And I have a Nine of Pentacles. So I definitely have a new start. I do feel the Moon is coming into me as it was more of a feeling of I've just traveled a long road more than anything. I've had, you know, this is not my first rodeo energy. And then the Fool was pretty hopeful. It was definitely, I want somebody that I can truly fall in love with. I'm not looking for somebody that I just go out with once, and I'm definitely not looking to play games. So is this person ready to taking a risk on love? Is this person ready to settle down, Spirit? Are they ready to start having a real relationship? All right, I'm getting the word trust with the Nine of Pentacles. So there's something about this person that you can trust. Maybe you just say, yeah, that's fine. You know, I'll meet you at whatever bar, what time, what's good for you. So I feel like I'm entering into it very casually. I'm not like, oh my God, it's our first date. So I feel very comfortable with this person for some reason. Maybe we've chatted a couple of times. Maybe we've gone back and forth and said, hey, let's go out for drinks sometime. And now it's finally some time that we're going out for drinks. So I feel pretty comfortable for some reason around this person. There's nothing to hold me back. I have a Lover's card. The way I just said, nothing holds us back, I think is important. So this feeling of a Lover's card, they're saying that I'm entering into this with a very open heart and an open mind. Maybe that's something that you've struggled with. Maybe you tend to overthink things, or you get very nervous entering into that first meeting. But I feel like there's something about you that shifted recently, very open-minded, and an open heart. So there could be just the way that you're talking to yourself. Maybe you've just said, I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on myself. It's just a drink. I'm just going to see if we have a good time. I'm just going to see, sometimes we put so much energy into, is this the one? And we want the answer on that first date that we just don't even enjoy it, if that makes sense. We're putting so much pressure on ourselves because do we really want to know, like, is this the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with on that first date? I don't think so. I mean, I think we just want to get to know somebody and have a good night out. I have an Empress and I have a Star. I'm going to say that you are everything that this person has been looking for. You could be, you're the person of their dreams. It's whether they're going to say it or not. I feel ultimately that you are the person of their dreams, and they're saying that you are everything I've ever wanted. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is going to really take off. This is it's more than a drink. It's a drink that turns into a lifetime, but it is a feeling of everything I've dreamed, everything I've ever wanted. You're more, this person comes into your life and this person's looking at you like you're the best catch on the face of the earth, like how lucky am I? So that feels good. Spirit, tell me about this connection. What is it that you need me to know? It feels good. Looks good. I have stargazing. Looking at the shooting star. Okay, so make a wish, shooting star. I like that. Look for a shooting star. Maybe the sky is really, really clear on the night that we go out, or we actually can see all the stars, and maybe this person points them out to us. I don't know. Maybe we start talking to them about it. Also, this feeling of this person might know a little bit more about astrology than the average person, and that might be kind of interesting to you, that they actually maybe study it, or it's a hobby, or they they just know more than the average person. I have a good listener. I love talking to you. Thank you for listening. So that feels nice. I also feel cozy and cuddly with a cup of coffee there. I have karaoke. That's coming into me as a night out, but not so much a karaoke, but they're saying a car singer, somebody who definitely sings in the car along with all the songs. So you guys all know the car singers out there. They know every word to every song, and they're definitely a car singer. So that's kind of fun. I have a barbecue. I want to hang out. So a little bit of a casualness. There's an overall energy of I feel comfortable, casual. It's pretty easy. Like I said, maybe we've gone back and forth a few times with, hey, let's grab a drink sometime. And it is a feeling of we just haven't had the time, or we just haven't made the actual plans. But there is a sense of we have gone back and forth with the thought of it. So here it is. And now we want to see, like, is this a real date? You know, are we really going to do this? Taking classes together. I don't know. Maybe we take dance classes, or maybe we've gone to school together. Maybe there's something connecting us with school. Going skinny dipping. And that's coming into me as fearless, like doing things that I haven't done in a long time. Maybe I'm a little bit fearless with this person. I have giving back. I like that this person is a giver. Maybe they're connected to some nonprofits. They volunteer their time. They're active in organizations, something like that. I have a forehead kiss. And I have an I do. Okay, so I have a ring in the future. So that's coming into me as somebody who would consider, or Spirit's letting you know that there's somebody out there that it is a commitment. You know, it's I'm just going to say ring in the future. You know, this is going really well. This is somebody who it seems too easy. But I always like to think that it is easy. I sometimes don't question it, they're saying. Don't second guess it. You know, if it's easy, be grateful that it's kind of easy. Let's get some initials. I do have this big bowl of initials, and this has some numbers, and it also has some charms in it. It has some like, you know, just little drawn charms on the disc. So we're just going to take a big handful and see what they give me. Okay. So first initials, last initials, Spirit. What is it that you have for us? Let me get the letters first. I have the letter N. I have an O. I have an A. I have a R. I have an M. I have another N. I have a W. Q, an E. Let's see. I have the letter K, the V, another V. Those are all my letters. Okay, so let's do, nope, and a B. I have the number 12. I have the number 30. I have a number 21, 5, could be May, 5 weeks, 5 days. Okay, and then I have some charms. So the first one is rain. I have a rainy day. After the rain comes the sun, I have a sun, new beginning. I have a tree I want to grow. I want to put down roots. And I have a letter message. I have a text message. So somebody reaches out to you, and I feel like let's make plans. I do. But I feel like we've gone back and forth a couple of times. Maybe they've fallen through a couple of times, and we're like, we'll believe it when we see it. But those are some of your charms and some of your initials today. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you want us to know? What's coming this weekend? Could be somebody that turns into a true future commitment. I have a 3 of Pentacles. I have an Ace of Cups. I have a Knight of Cups. And I have a 2 of Cups. There's a lot of romance starting to brew is how I feel. I also felt like you guys make a great team for some reason. You could have a similar career, or you could have similar goals, ambitions, things like that. But there's a part of me that says you guys just really work well together. And then this beautiful Knight and 2 of Cups that I feel like we both have romantic feelings. I feel like we both aren't, they're saying we're not shy. I guess we're not shy with each other. So we could be very flirtatious. It could be a lot of banter going back and forth. It could be very seductive. But neither one of us are shy about our feelings. I feel like we're both putting it out there in the open. And I feel like we're not afraid to express ourselves, that at least we're interested in each other. I do feel that. I have this Ace of Cups. That came into me just now as this may surprise you. So there could be something about this person that you've been going, like I said, maybe it's gotten off to a slow start, or we've made plans, or we've pretended to make plans, but we didn't do anything. And now Spirit's saying this may surprise you, because maybe it's really going to take off, or that once you do get together, you guys didn't realize how exciting it really was going to be. Maybe you had an inkling, maybe you were thinking that it would be pretty good, but this feeling of this is a lot more fun than I even imagined. I think you guys are going to have a ball. I really do. I think that there's a lot of chemistry. I think there's a lot of romantic feelings. I feel like neither one of us hold back. I feel that the eye contact is intense. I like that. And then Spirit saying this may surprise you. So maybe it's more exciting than you imagine. That's what I'm hoping. I have a Strength at the bottom of the deck. I have Queen of Swords, and I have a 9 of Swords. So Spirit's saying I just want to be happy. I just want, it was almost like I want what I want. And I get it. I get it. You know, nobody wants to walk into a bar and meet somebody for drinks and not have a good time and go, okay, time to go home. Like, this is not going to be working. So I get it. It's like, I just want it to work out. I don't want it to be something I'm not interested in. But they said very early on in the reading that you feel really comfortable with this person, and it's a very casual kind of energy of, yeah, that sounds great. Let's go out. Spirit, please share with me. But I want what I want and you deserve it. You know, it's not being, I don't know, too picky or anything to expect that you're with somebody that you want to be happy with. I mean, we all want that. I have a distance. Okay, so a sailboat in the distance. I'm going to say that you feel like this particular kind of connection is so far away. You could be just thinking, you know, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, or when. It can happen at any moment. It can happen today. You don't have a say in timing. So don't push it so far away unless that's what you want. You know, manifest that it comes in now. Manifest that, you know, I can feel it. I can feel this person close to me. I know I'm going to meet my person if you haven't met your person. I have reaching out. Somebody's ready to reach out. Yeah, there's that message coming in. Somebody's ready to reach out. I also kind of like this kind of light coming in, almost this feeling of an awakening. You've awakened something inside of me. You have, you know, kind of opened up my soul to believing again. You've allowed me to love again. I have a happy outcome. Look at the beautiful rainbow. I have a happy outcome. You may be surprised, is what Spirit said. Yeah, what you didn't see coming, right? And a commitment. Yeah, you know, is the if you've been waiting and you're always thinking that the person coming into your life would come in like very formally, or that first date you'd be very, very nervous, or that it had to be like very specific or something. It's unfolding very easy is what's happening. And maybe you're thinking this isn't going to be anything real, because maybe you always thought that whoever I'm supposed to be with, it's going to be like very, very formal. Or I think it's as simple as, can I buy you a drink? I really do. For those, and if you don't drink, they'll buy you a cup of coffee, they'll buy you a soda, whatever. Let's see where I want to go. Let's go into a couple of charms. Let's see what they have for charms. I like the energy. I do like the feeling of being casual. There's a part of me that says, hey, I'm so tired of projecting, or I'm so tired of overthinking. I just want to have fun. You know, I just want to go out there and have fun. Okay, so here is this beautiful bowl of charms. And this has some signs. I know that. Okay. And let's see what we have. So I have a lot of signs. So let me grab those. Let me get the initials first. So I have a P. I have an E. I have the letter F. I have another letter A. Okay. I have Pisces. Okay, Pisces. I have a Leo energy. And I have a Cancer. Somebody could be a Cancer. What is this guy? Okay, this looks like somebody who plays lacrosse, rugby, I don't know, some kind of sport that maybe it was something they played in college, high school. Some kind of team sport. What is this? A wine barrel. Okay, let's have a glass of wine. Can I buy you a glass of wine? There you go. A wine barrel. Okay, maybe we're at a vineyard. I have an octopus. I feel like I just want to say I can't keep my hands off of you because we're not being shy with how attracted we are to each other. So there is a sense of I can't keep my hands off of you. I have a tree. I want to put down roots. I want to grow. So I feel like in the long run, this person's looking for something real. Love that. I have dressed up. I love this, kind of dressed up with these high heels, like a kind of a fun night out. And I have these colorful lips. I'm going to take that. I love the bright lips. I love the kind of, I can't take my eyes off of your lips. You have a beautiful smile. You know, just the person that somebody's staring at your lips, and I want to kiss your lips energy. I have a key to my heart. Okay. You're turning my heart. They just said it was almost like you're opening my heart again. I have a turtle. I'm going to put that with the slow moving energy that we've kind of talked about it in the past. We said, yeah, someday, hey, let's go out for drinks. I feel like it's been in passing, but I think that nobody's ever taken up the initiative to make the plan. So it's always been like, yeah, we'll see someday. And that's why maybe you're like, this is so slow. And then that's when Spirit says, well, this may surprise you because they actually make the plans this time. They actually say, let's meet. They have, you know, a date and time. They have a place. So they actually make the plans. That feels good. And then I have a unicorn. Okay, so maybe it just is a magical night. I believe in fairy tales. Little bit of I have a daughter energy coming into me. I have, you know, maybe somebody has a younger daughter and, you know, that comes out in conversation. You know, do you have any kids? And, but yeah, so maybe there's a daughter on one of the sides. And those are my charms. Whoops. So those are my charms. Those are before I spill them all over the place. All right, let's see what else they have for you. Spirit, tell me anything else about this connection you want me to know. It could be somebody that really it turns out to be happily ever after. Starts with a drink, you know, it starts with one night out. Something simple. I desire only you, the number 9. 9 days, 9th of the month. I'm prideful. Okay, I'm proud of myself. Okay, that's not a bad thing. How about somebody who has high self-esteem? They're proud of their work. They're proud of their career. They're proud of their accomplishments. You know, they can be trusted, Spirit saying. Okay, that feels good too. You can trust me. Maybe I need to know that. They want you to dig deeper. Get to know this person. Let's see what they're all about. Spend some time with them because this could be the person that they're saying friends first at the bottom of the deck. So there is a sense of casualness that this person is somebody that I kind of have been, you know, maybe I've been chatting with them for a little bit or we've crossed paths a couple of times and we said, hey, let's catch up. But it's maybe there is a sense of a friendship or some kind of acquaintance, at least, before this date, before this meeting. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you need me to know? I could be your hero, baby. Six of Wands, right? I want to capture you. I could be your hero. Nice. I want to start a family. 10 of Cups. I would love to have a family someday for those of you that are still hoping for the whole package. I want to meet my person. I want to be married. I want a proposal. I want a wedding. I want to have a baby. I mean, you know, some of you are a lot younger. I mean, I have a whole range of people that watch me. So if you're younger and you haven't had those things, that message could be for you. I think before you act. I'm not going to jump into anything. They had in the beginning that risk. They had taking a risk on love, right? And maybe the games you thought, every time I see this person, they're like, yeah, let's go out. But then they never say anything. They never do anything. So you're like, you're a tease. You know, put your money where your mouth is. You know, it's just like, stop teasing me. But I do feel like somebody finally does. And then once we do go out, we have an amazing time. We were just like, what were we waiting for? I worry about us a lot. So I'm going to say, I don't know if I worry about us, but I could just worry about not finding the right person that I have always struggled with. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I struggle with, I pick the wrong people, something like that. Maybe the worry is, you know, I just have to not give up. 7 of Wands. I just have to not give up. I just dream and wish for everything. 7 of Cups. You know, I've got a lot of things that I want. So I want you in my life. How about that? We could have the same dreams. We could have everything together. I am obsessed with your body. A little bit of a devil energy there coming in. And we're not shy. We are not shy about how we feel about each other. So whether it's, I can't keep my hands off of you, I'm definitely obsessing over you. I'm definitely, is it too soon for me to tell you I want to make love to you? You know, whatever's happening is happening. You have so many choices and options, and you do, but you can be with anybody. It could be the conversation of, how come you're still single? You're amazing. You know, you're gorgeous, you're handsome, you're smart, you're the whole package. How come you're still single? You know, and the response is, because I haven't met you yet, you know. So it's this feeling of, I can't believe you're not taken, which is nice. Words do hurt. I want people to be honest with me. I'm not interested in playing games because I'm not looking to get hurt. I want a fresh start. Ace of Pentacles. I want to start a new relationship. I want to start something with you. Seeking professional advice. It didn't come into me as professional advice, unless one of you is like a counselor or an attorney or something like that. It came into me more as, can I just ask you something on the QT? So maybe somebody's profession is, I don't know, a doctor, an attorney, an accountant, you know, that you would have a question, like a personal question, and you're just like, can I ask you a question, you know, without you charging me? So maybe it's more like that. I don't know if they're going and, you know, they could be getting counseling, but that's not how it came into me. It came into me as, you know, I want to pick your brain about something because of what they do for work. I just wish things were different. Okay, so that came into me a little bit of, I have, you know, like, why has it taken us so long to get together? I have young children. I have a busy schedule. I work every other weekend. I have a second job, you know, so I feel like I wish my life was a little bit simpler, because maybe there was a delay in wanting to see you, but they just couldn't get to you for some reason. And I want you. I do feel that. An Eight of Wands. An Eight of Wands coming into me very quickly. Nothing holds us back, Spirit said. So I like the I want you. So we're going to, let's see if they have any time cards. I dream about you a lot. Beautiful. Sometimes too much. So this person maybe has been daydreaming about you a little bit. Let's see. Timeline, Spirit. What is it that you want for my timeline? It looks like you might have a fun date. That's okay. Good stuff. They're saying try later. Okay. For some of you, maybe it's not your turn, but for some of you it is. I have it's in divine timing. So we just believe in divine timing. We always just trust. Don't wait around. Don't wait for somebody. If you're waiting for somebody and somebody else is asking you to go out and have a good time, let's just have a drink. All I'm asking is a drink. I'm not asking you to marry me tonight. I'm asking you to have chicken wings and a beer at a bar. I'm not asking for, something, or a glass of wine. What is it that you drink? Cup of coffee. I'll buy you whatever you want. In a few weeks, maybe this will turn around. Maybe this will start to take off. I have June being a strong energy. Also the lavender in this card always jumps out at me. The scent of lavender, lavender soap, lavender body lotion, body wash, anything like that. Lavender candles. I love, maybe it's something like that. Within 3 months, okay, could be moving forward. And I have September, putting down roots with these trees. So could you meet somebody at the beginning of August and by September know that this is somebody you definitely want to continue and be with? Absolutely. You could know after that first date. So we're going to put this out into the universe. It looks and feels really good today. It does feel very hopeful. And I feel like the overall energy, like I said, was just pretty easy and casual, which I liked. And I didn't put a lot of pressure on myself, which I also liked. So maybe Spirit's just saying, take a deep breath, sit back and relax and have a good time. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame and my Soulmate channel. I'll put the links in the description and in the comments. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope that you guys go out with whoever this is that wants to spend some time with you, and I want you to have a good time. We'll see you real soon. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you again in another Love Messages.